Mute. Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to Simple Path. We are picking up again. Oh, right. Scary black void. I forgot to open up the roll 20. That's what I forgot to do. But yeah, while I get that sorted. The last session saw us talking to a few people. Karia and Siren going off to begin their date, which led to a confrontation with Mallory, which escalated in a totally acceptable fashion that led to him being blipped to his ex many times grandmother's throne room. That went well, counting the fact that he made off pretty much like a bandit. After intruding for a short amount of time, and then getting jump scared by said ancestor. While I'm sorting this out, how's Mallory feeling about that? Hello?
Pal.
You're muted.
He's really not doing great about it, apparently.
I guess not.
She's not muted, but she's not
Yeah.
talking.
Got stuff.
Well then,
Mal
I guess
pal?
I will move on to something else.
I'm here.
Oh, there she is. So, Mallory sat down with Vark to decipher the material they managed to salvage or scavenge. He managed to scavenge from behind her throne. Where is he mentally? Actually, no, he stepped out, didn't he? After deciphering, he stepped out for a bit.
Yeah.
Where is he mentally? What's he thinking? What's his next plan of action?
Well, what position is the sun right now from the horizon? How many fingers?
I would say, judging by the distance from the horizon, it's somewhere late afternoon.
Couple hours left. Well, I imagine that he took. I don't have the roll 20 pulled up on. But I think right now he's taking it surprisingly well. You know, he decided not to dwell on it too much, and has pretty much taken the initial reaction, the initial shock, and then decided I'm not gonna deal with that today. I'm gonna go do something that makes me happy. And then he went off somewhere.
Okay. Mark, still elbow deep in documentation. It's up to him whether or not he wants to continue with that. Let's see. Someone we haven't touched base with in a bit. How about Chico? How's Chico doing?
Chico is. I still got none. I'm just existing.
Okay. Well, all right then. Chico is existing. Taking her totally not daughter to the fair. Then I guess we're gonna focus on two other individuals who are attending said festival. Karia and Siren. About a couple minutes ago, you fled the scene of the crime, came your way up this side of the hill, with still with that third full bottle of sake clenched in your fist, and a panicked Siren booking it up the hillside.
I think Siren, as she got up the hillside to this upper thoroughfare there, she would have slowed down and wait for Karya to catch up. And she would have been like smiling nervously and like chattering her teeth and going, It's fine. It's fine. It's all right. I'll just apologize. I don't know why I did that. I'm so stupid. Uh,
You know, Mallory could be potentially melting in lava right now, yet.
uh, I have a feeling he's all right, but it was still mean for me to do that.
I don't believe mean is the correct word, sir, and I believe, stupid. That was very unfortunate. Anyway, if Mallory comes back, I will be on the other side of the village.
Right. That's understandable. Food?
I suppose. Is it- where, where am I going?
Oh, down this way, I guess. And she'd look for like a main street where there's you said there were people like selling goods, like festival
Yes.
goods.
Yes, in fact, there are. One moment. If you will simply look at this road here, you see that
Mhm.
in the center of it, there has been. Okay, noted. You'll notice that across the street, in the center of it, and all along the sides, are tables, chairs, and people, as well as stalls that have been set up. You see, what do you call it? You see what are quite obviously some merchants here and there dotted around, selling and offering different things. You see Harvest, who is next to what looks to be a pop-up shrine of a sort, to presumably to help guide anybody that needs any spiritual guidance, anybody that wants to pay their respects to the gods. You already noticed Boris off to your side. In a rare show, you see what looks to be the dwarf known as Slate, or Mr. Slate, to those that respect him. Speaking with this woman here, and seems to be drinking something out of a wooden tankard. Over here is Old Man Twang, hanging halfway out a window, watching everything go by. And also Ronya, the halfling alchemist. And while they're not immediately visible on the map, there are children here and there. Not many, but there are some. And Ronya in particular seems to be very popular with them and is handing out little bits of heart candy.
Oh,
But yes, immediately obvious or visible, you see that there's this man here, new face to you, standing at the side with what looks like an axe and a shield. Not in the ready position, but ready in case of trouble. This lady here has a stall set up with what looks to be carvings made out of various different materials. This lady's stall seems to be serving all kinds of drinks and pies. And this man over here that you can see seems to be selling textiles, furs, and cloth.
Oh, I've got it. Right. So, we need food for the picnic, but I think for when I go to apologize to Mallory later, I should bring a gift. Maybe one of those. And she points to the woman who is selling carvings, and perhaps a fabric of some kind, a pelt, some nice furs, nice linens.
That might work, though admittedly, I believe that Mallory subsists off of two things, and that is hatred and alcohol. We may find something.
I'm gonna start. We're gonna start walking them down this road. They're just gonna basically get like just general food stuffs for the picnic. They'll pick up a pie. They'll get some pastries, bread, cheese, meat, maybe stuff to make like a little charcuterie setup.
Okay.
Some hard candies also to support this girl over here.
Mhm.
And I want to take a look at the alcohols that they're selling. Are any of them better than the sake we stole?
Ooh. I'm not sure Siren is an expert on alcohol. Um, let's let's run it through. Okay, first off, the first one you probably hit is the closest one, which is the one selling carvings.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were to approach her, she'd hail you down and say, I think I recognize the both of you. I've heard some stories about you.
Stories?
Oh yes, the people here in the town talk quite a bit. Well, to get them talking. But I hear quite a bit about a large, scaly man and a woman with feathers by her ears, as well as bearing emblems of the moon. I've heard a few things about quite a few of the people here. It's nice to meet you. My name is Yakishka. It's it has been an interesting journey up here to the north. At which point she will gesture to the the countertop in front of her, and she will say, I sell many baubles and carvings made from soapstones, precious gems, shells, metals, and all manner of things. Please have a look. If I could interest you in any of these.
Indeed. Nice to meet you, Kishka. I'm Siren, and this is...
I thought you were going to introduce me. Hello, I am Karia.
King can introduce himself.
Okay,
Okay.
I see.
Yes.
What?
I didn't know I was selling to
Oh,
royalty.
Mm, what is the? What is a good way to look at this?
Well,
Yes.
Well, then do any of my carvings catch His Highness' eye? Are they good enough for his queen, perhaps?
Siren, mm, I don't know.
She's carefully staring at the carvings. The ones that have gems in them, what do they look like? Like, are they like people statues, animal statues?
Some of them. You'll see there's a mix of humanoid statuettes and carvings. There are longboats hewn out of wood. You notice that some of the carvings are of distinctly different shapes. One is of a fox standing on its hind legs, robed, not quite unlike as you've seen Chaiko on occasion. You see one seems to be a carving of a woman with her hand held high, 4 wings on her back, and what look to be a blazing eye on her forehead. That one is hewn out of what looks to be some sort of soft stone with a gem implanted in the forehead. So you see boats, you see people, you see animals. You see some carvings are in the holy symbols of different gods. Those tend to be adorned with silver. Yes, you will find a range of them. You notice that for a lot of like the structural ones, like for the boats or for maybe like recognizable buildings, those would be usually made out of wood with little bits of tin or brass as a highlight. For the people, they tend to be made out of stone, sometimes with precious gems, sometimes not. Usually it's not anything especially pricey in terms of gems. No emeralds, rubies, diamonds. It's things like malachite and what do you call it? And sapphire and other things like that.
Okay, I see.
There's and for the things that, like for animals, for instance, they tend to be hewn either out of soapstone or out of just wood.
Mm-hmm. For the religious symbols, are there any of the Lady of the Light?
Yes, there is. In one case, there is a symbol. Now, this one is made primarily out of silver and is pleated with little bits of gold. It is a sword surrounded by a sunburst.
And from what I remember, the Lady of the Light has different like variations to her. The one that Mallory worships is the one with the sword and the light, right?
The
I
Lady
remember
of
something
Light,
like that.
the Lady of Light has what is generally considered an accepted, or like the widely accepted version of her worship, and then there
Oh.
are what would be called cults. Those are smaller worshiping bodies with differing beliefs, but with the same kind of. It still comes back to like the core identity that spawned it. They worship specific aspects of her. Like Kanabos, for instance, worships the part of her that painted the sky with the stars and made the constellations. The canvas maiden, as he calls her. Mallory's one is closer to the core belief, but with a far greater focus on the aspects of her that focus on war, justice, war, justice, fire, righteousness, those kinds of things, which is what a lot of people conflate her with, but it's not her only aspects. But it is. I should say it is generally some of her most worshipped domains.
I think Siren would fix her gaze on that silver holy symbol with the gold details and ask, "Oh, this one is quite beautiful. How much do you charge for this?"
Oh, well, I can say I'm quite surprised. You did not strike me as a worshipper of the lady.
Oh, I'm not. It's for a friend.
See? I think I've heard of this one as well. All righteous fire and gun smoke, from what I've heard.
Yims, blonde man with a horn or a halo,
Quite
depending
so.
on what time of day.
That's new to me, but for this one is made from some of my finer, more pure metals. I was planning on, I was more expecting to be able to sell it when I return to the Quadron, but I will happily let it go for 30 gold pieces.
All right. And Siren will reach into her pouch and count 35 gold pieces.
Okay.
Here you are.
Her Highness is most generous. Thank you very much. As she will then take a piece of soft cloth, wrap it around the holy symbol, tie it off with twine, and hand it to you.
It is an honor to express generosity in the presence of skilled hands. And she does a little curtsy and accepts the
She
item.
gives a tidy 45-degree bow and then says, "You flatter me. You flatter me overly much. I wish you both a most pleasant time at the festival, unless His Highness has something he wishes to purchase."
Oh, no, I am currently coming to terms with my sudden marriage.
A shame, a shame. Then I wish you a most fortuitous honeymoon.
No, thank you.
Yes.
My blessings
Sir,
to
we
the
may
happy
need to
couple.
speak further on- Yes, yes, of course.
Actually, we'll give a cheeky smile and again a bow and a wave as I suppose you depart from the stall.
Yes.
Blessings to you.
Sir, and I am unaware if you are aware of how customs of marriage work. I've yet to understand those, nor have we ever...
Onward! We have more food to purchase.
No, I need to
I should
understand.
take
There's
some
quite
by
a
the
bit
wrist.
there. If I missed something, I need to understand. There's the mating practices, and then there's also everything else that would come of this. And I need to be very sure that I didn't miss something. If this is something you
She was
suddenly sprung
entirely
Ah!
not paying attention.
Hey, Siren and Karia, welcome. I was hoping to find you guys eventually. How you liking the festival so far?
Hello. It's wonderful. Very well put together.
Yes, indeed.
Well, it was a little slapdash at first, but with a little elbow grease, help from Kanabos and of course from Nida and Roscoe, we got this shindig kicked off real nice. Hope you guys find yourselves around well enough. It's not exactly a sprawling affair, but we got pretty much the whole village in on this, and
Yes.
I think everybody's having a pretty good time. I think it's a pretty good idea.
I would agree. I think you should make this a regular occurrence every year.
Oh, I most certainly intend to. Well, I won't interrupt you's time together. There's food laid out for free for the taking on the tables. If you want anything more specific, we got the merchants here who got stuff that we maybe don't have on the tables. Feel free to just ask, and if you need something, someone will probably have it. They'll get it. They'll fetch it for you. No problem. If there's something we don't have, then well, unfortunately, we're doing our best, but we ain't no miracle shop.
Oh, not to worry. You're all doing very well.
Well, yeah. Thank you very much. You two have a good time. I'll see you later. I'm still conducting religious services here for anybody who needs praying help.
Oh, very nice.
We got a little shrine here, holy symbol from each of the gods here within the village. Everybody's invited if their god ain't represented here to drop their own symbols. It's meant to be community first and foremost. No god is spurned.
Do you do like foresight readings?
Oh, me? No. My god's got hard work, and ain't no soothsaying, fortune telling, divining happening with that.
Fair enough.
As for others, well, we got gods of foresight, we got gods of fortune, we got one god who's all about cards and stuff and gambling, but nah, I never had a knack for that.
Well, it's uncommon, so I understand.
Yeah. Well, so they say. Rumors tell me you got something of a knack for it. If anything, if you can spare the time for come by sometime, maybe you can offer that to the peoples. I'm sure it's pull some eyes.
You know what? That's actually a really good idea. Perhaps I will. The festival is still going on tomorrow, is it? Or
it's a rest tide, so we're probably gonna carry on the celebration at least in some limited fashion onto tomorrow. It's not gonna be in full swing like this. We only got so much food and so much energy between all of us. Tomorrow's probably gonna be packing up and cleaning up after all this. But
well,
if we're still gonna have people busting them out, if you want to offer your services, then that's perfectly fine. I'm sure the kids will love it.
perhaps I will do that then. Sounds like a good idea.
All right. Thanks for hearing me out. You two have fun. You go on your way.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes.
Which-
Dude, I'm still very concerned as to the marriage things of which has gone on. Am I missing something?
Not to worry. On to the sweets.
Which Harvest is like halfway
Sorry.
turned around and goes like, "What's that about marriage?"
I'm not sure.
Well, if you do ever need someone to officiate, I'm right here.
Okay.
But yes, you pass by. As you pass by Harvest, there's Slate there drinking. You get a whiff of pies and alcohol.
Oh, wait, I was just here. Okay.
Yeah.
He must have drank quite a bit since we left. Poor man.
Well, no, it's actually not coming from him. It's from the stall here.
Oh, right, fair enough.
As you pass by that stall, what looks to be manned by 3 individuals, they have an arrangement of various pies. Some hot, fresh out of the oven. Some have cooled down in the afternoon air, and what look to be kegs and barrels and hogsheads of various drinks.
Oh.
Mm. Oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
that aside, I am hungry.
Mm.
So,
Nice. The thoughts of marriage pushed aside for food.
yes. All concerns and anxieties I now currently have is something I've clearly faux pas myself into.
Mm.
Now, I'm hungry and need drink.
Karia, your stomach is rumbling. Do you want to pick out the pies?
I don't understand many pies. I've not actually had many sweets.
You haven't ever had a piece of pie?
I need to think back on the entire campaign for a second. No! In fact, some of the first sweets that I've ever had were those cookies. Those cookies! That's correct! Where are my fortune cookies?
Oh
I
no!
think
It
I
begins
think you still
again.
have them.
Yes, I always keep them on me. I'm gonna eat a cookie.
Wait, not now.
Okay.
We have to wait until the
Okay.
picnic.
You spoil your dinner by popping a cookie in your mouth. Do you remember that you have that bag on you? You reach a couple fingers in, pinch one, pop it in your mouth. It's like
Oh,
pistachios,
good.
which I don't think Kari has ever
Good.
tasted. So it tastes like
I don't know what that is.
it tastes vaguely earthy and gritty.
Yes. Dirt.
Okay.
Yes. What is my... What is this? What is the world tell me? The rumor cookies.
What do the rumors cookies say? The rumor cookies say I hear they're talking about potentially pushing out west. We have not actually been out there before, but they say there's a lot of metal in those mountains and hills.
There's metal in those hills.
There's metal in them there hills.
Kari will just turn to Sir and go, "There's metal in them hills." Apparently, according to someone.
Oh, is that so? May I have one?
Wait, we knew that. We did that.
Well, I
And
suppose
there's-
it's doubly
would-
confirmed now.
it's never was it ever stipulated that it would be a rumor you haven't heard before.
Yeah, no,
I guess
Si-
there wouldn't be a lot of rumors in here specifically.
At least not ones that you might not know about, but you're still free to eat a cookie if you want to.
Yeah, she's like hoping for some like gossipy type rumors. She's gonna reach into the
Okay,
bag, pull out a
noted.
cookie.
You pop a cookie in your mouth. This one tastes like you think strawberries.
Oh,
As for the rumor that pops into your head, I hear that halfling alchemist was really sweet on that strange fish man that lives in the down at the foot of the hill. She'd never admit it, though.
knew it.
Down by the river?
No,
I-
no river was mentioned.
Siren's ears perk up and she goes, "Oh, Kavria.
What have I done? What are they saying about me in the whispers in the winds?
You're having cohort has. And she's like, mind you, she's not saying this out loud. She's saying it just to Karya. Your halfling cohort has a crush on a fisherman.
I think they were referencing the blonde woman, but
Arya knows nothing about this. Siren's total misinterpretation of the rumor morphs.
What did I? Oh, I guess I the player also misinterpreted the rumor.
Yes, yeah, I think she did. I think you only heard half of what I said. What the rumor said was, I hear that halfling alchemist is sweet on the fishman at the foot of the hill.
The halfling alchemist is sweet on the fishman at the foot of the. Well, halfling. I don't know any other halflings other than his cohort.
His cohort's a gnome.
Oh, you told me it was a halfling.
I said looked like a halfling.
oh, I may have misspoke. Yeah, you did
oh.
say it looks like a half. I also may have
what, actually,
called
did
her a
Kari?
halfling.
Oh, well, that's not my fault then.
Well, it's still funny that she misinterpreted it.
We can still go with that. Yeah,
That is
yeah. The
is
only halfling and the only halfling alchemist you know is standing right there.
Oh, I see.
As for the fishman, who knows? But yes, while you two are chattering and popping cookies in your mouth, the people at the stall see you. Previously, they were filling up another tankard for Slate. At least the woman to the side was. And the older-looking gentleman to your, I would say, to the left, my right, addresses the both of you and says, hello there. Can we interest you in any food? Drink, perhaps?
He'll look down. I have drink. We need food.
Oh, we have food. Very good. We have many pies. We have some bread. We have rye bread, barley bread. We have pies with liver and kidney. We have pies with beef and onion. We have pies with potato.
With potato.
Thought pies were sweet. Pies can have meat in them.
A pie is only determined by the crust. The contents are irrelevant. And sweet pies are for little children.
I see.
That's well, hmm.
Hello, my name is Piotr.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, Piotr. I did have a love for fresh kidney and liver when I was living on my own, but I've not had it from the
At which
source
point,
in
the
quite
man then pulls one of the pies off the stack, takes a rather large, wicked-looking curved knife out, and then proceeds to then violently chunk, and then pulls apart, takes what looks to be a wooden plate, expertly with a bare hand, it takes a steaming hot slice of pie, puts it on the plate, and then whacks it down on the counter in front of you. Eat it.
Do we have to eat it now? We were gonna have a picnic over by the water.
It's warm.
It is,
Best eaten warm.
this is true.
If
We
you
will
eat
get
now,
a second
you
pie.
know if you like. Then you buy pie.
You know? That is a good point. I am used to them being still warm, so... just
Kari just takes a fistful of the pie, crams it in his mouth.
It reminds me of the first one I killed.
Yep. So Kari, going full dragon mode, puts the slice of kidney liver pie. Yes. Puts it up to his mouth, takes a massive bite out of it, and brown gravy dribbles down his chin as he chews on the succulent organ meat within the flaky, stodgy crust, and it is very savory and very filling.
Well,
Siren is pinching her nose.
yeah, I've never had it cooked before, and it tastes a little like dwarf, but
Slate
it's still
looks up and he
relatively
goes, "I'm begging your pardon."
Oh, yes, I was assailed by a dwarf when I was very young, and having nothing to eat, I survived on the mountain off of his liver and his kidneys. And, It was similar to this, albeit it was cooked. I did not cook it.
If you ate a dwarf's liver, I'm just surprised you didn't die of alcohol poisoning first.
You know, I don't believe I've ever actually gotten into the state that Mallory is when he stupors about.
Oh, we can change that tonight. If you want.
I see. I will take one of these delicious dwarf pies.
That's you're just like the middle, the man in the middle at the stall just goes, that's they're called. Okay. It's just like, please don't start calling them that. At which point the rather large woman to his other side goes, "Hmm. We will make smaller pies. We will call them dwarf pies. This will work.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. They could be
Smaller
carried in the
pie.
hand. in fact.
Singular.
It could be.
Yes, one bite pie. We call them dwarf pies. Very good. Then if we sell them even smaller, we call them halfling pies. No business strategy. She takes the cleaver she was chopping up fresh liver with, thunks it into the table, and begins writing something down on a piece of parchment with charcoal, her hands still stained with blood.
Car's just gonna put 50 gold on the table slowly. Oh, this is an investment. This is now an investment for your genius idea for walking meat pies. I will support this business full-heartedly, and you have my kingdom's full support.
I'm Karia. This is my favorite pie shop in the kingdom.
I'm Karya. This is my favorite pie shop in the Citadel.
Huzzah, the king is gracious.
Slate is just like very slowly bringing the tankard to his lips, not saying a word at this. Pyotr just goes, "This is joyous day. This is very good. New business ventures on the horizon. Hiya." At which point he then like takes the rest of the pie, chops it into slices, then wraps it in parchment paper and says, "Your investment very much appreciated. Here, pie on the house. Enjoy."
Oh, thank you. Siren, I believe you would hate every bite of this. If you would like to get something else as well, that is completely fine.
If little lady also wants little baby pie, we also have little baby pies for sale.
I believe she would indeed like a little baby pie. What little baby pie would you like, Siren?
At which point he then takes it, without waiting for you to actually order something, takes out one of a smaller, actually really nice looking. It's actually like dusted with sugar. The pastry, there's like pastry leaves cut out and layered on the top of the crust of the pie. It's beautifully golden brown. He takes the same cleaver he used to chop the liver and kidney pie. He chops that into 4 slices, wraps that in parchment paper, and says, "Here, baby apple pie for baby princess."
I resent you both for calling me that. This
It's
pie
not-
better be good.
I did not intend to insult. I just assumed that the name of these pies were little baby pies.
Do I look like a little baby to you?
Well, no, but the pies are little.
Pyotr looks down at you. The man is like 2 heads taller than you. And looks to Karya, who's about the same height. And he goes, "Yes."
No, I did not say that. I just assumed that it was because the pies were small.
This is also the case.
Fine.
Enjoy.
I'll have a little baby apple pie and a baguette and some cheese and meat.
With baguette? No. We are
Or
not
loaves.
we are not quadron on fancy schmancy baguette making cheese having people, no. We have rye bread and barley bread. We have pies. And beer.
Then I will have a loaf of rye and for drinks, do you have is it just beer? Do you have wine?
Yes.
Okay.
At which point he brings out a smaller looking keg, which he actually it's standing on the countertop. He just slides it over so it's in the center of your view. Goes, "We have wine."
I'll take a bottle of the wine too.
Bottle?
Yes.
I
Sell
don't believe a
wine
bottle
in
will get
bottles. It's no idea. Very inventive.
Oh yes, like the What did you say this guy was again?
An asshole.
Well, no. Aside from that, like his race.
Oh, this man would be, from what you can tell, seems to be a half elf. Although
Oh,
you'd be mistaken for perhaps thinking he was maybe like Firbolgi, considering how tall he is. But
no. This makes sense to me. The dwarves used to keep the. Okay, we'll just take the cask. Just like a yoink.
thank you for business.
Yes. See, I understand these people. They remind me of the dwarves when I was sailing on that ship that I later discovered was a pirate
How
ship.
much money, by the way, did you say you put down for the pies?
50 gold.
Oh, very good. Okay. Yeah,
That's
so
a lot of blue.
you've got meat pie on one hand. You've got a keg of wine under under the other arm. Siren has the holy symbol that she bought and a sweet apple pie for little babies.
Yeah, and a thing of bread.
Oh yes, and some rye bread, which he takes the loaf, he chops it straight in half, and then wraps it as well and hands it to you.
Oh,
Very
good.
good.
So yes, you now have food for your picnic.
Yay.
At which point Piotr says,
I bet.
"Custom much appreciated. Have much fun, little big king, little princess."
Well,
I'm
no.
not.
Apparently, we are now married. I'm
Ah.
not sure what happened, but this is good news.
This is normal
Yes.
happening in
I believe.
Vodotovsky. You are now baby princess queen. Congratulations. At this
I
point,
am not a baby
all
princess
three of
queen.
them very, very slowly and very sort of dryly clap.
See, those people I understood. As Kari just keeps walking off with the keg of wine and a pie in one hand, I completely understood those people. Their customs are quite easy to understand.
Siren makes it for the hard candy stall, and on the way, stepping on Karya's toe.
Ow!
Just,
What did I do?
just like you drive your what do you call it, your boot heel into the toe of his boot.
Yes.
As you make your way towards Ronya, who is not operating a stall. Instead, she has like pouches, and it seems to be going back and forth, and in particular paying attention to the children to hand out candy to them. As you pass by, there's a individual who says, for the lovely lady, and the nice fabric, silk, cotton, wool."
Oh yes, yes, yes. And she'd go over there first.
This man here.
Show me your finest linens, or fabrics and pelts.
Very
Show me your
good.
finest stuffs.
Lady of discerning eye, very nice. Lady of discerning eye, very nice. We have many fur, many cloth. We have the silk, we have the linen, we have the wool, we have the bolts of many cloth. We have little bits of blends. Yes, we have furs from mammoth. We have furs from woolly rhinoceros. We have furs from big cats, and also from many strange animals. Some so small that their pelts have to be stitched together in the hundreds to make a single piece. Very exotic, yes.
Hmm. Sorry, I didn't catch the. What is the animal that has to be in the hundreds to make a single
Oh, he
piece?
just said like some of them have been stitched together out of hundreds of the animals to make a single piece.
Yes, like some of them evil things like otters. That's not a joke. Otters are awful. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They are certainly an animal of all time. I would say at least they have a place in the ecosystem compared to some animals. But yes, what do you call it? He says he points to one which looks to be white fur speckled with black. He says it is made from many mink.
Oh, mink.
Yes. It's luxury. It's exotic item we not manage. We not much get. But when we have, we sell very good. Yes. Is good for royalty and for nobility and many rich merchants and very pretty ladies. Perhaps you like.
Is this your most expensive piece?
Yes.
Siren, just given the demeanor of this one, she will try and discern if it's actual mink or if she's like kind of being gypped a little bit.
Okay. Hmm. I will say that will either be a knowledge of nature or an appraise check. I will also say careful of the word gypped. It is loaded.
Oh, to discern if she's being a little bit scammed,
Okay.
perhaps. Oh, you said knowledge, nature, or praise? I
Yes.
have ranks in knowledge, nature, so I'll
You can
do
give that a
that
try, then.
one.
Okay, 19 isn't bad. You give it a close look. It does seem to be genuine mink, which in its own right might be, at least for anybody with like a love for nature, slightly alarming. You were at first suspicious, possibly because who carts that kind of item all the way out here to a village in the backwater, hoping to sell it? But it seems like it's made of genuine mink. It seems to be decently stitched together. It's not a mastercraft as far as you can tell. Mink fur is unfortunately rather fragile. It needs to be patched together very carefully. Whoever made this did a decent enough job. They also made it out of like maybe not hundreds, but definitely several dozen individual minks.
For sure. She would ask, how did you acquire this?
Oh, through trade is like any other thing I do. You go from place to place. I sell, I buy, and then I sell for more other places. Yeah.
Well, it's not for me per se, it's for a friend who has very exquisite taste. I think I will probably take it. How much does it cost?
Notes. In which he looks to the he looks to the mink pelt, then looks to you, taps his chin, strokes his salt and pepper beard. This man this man himself is a dwarf, and is hunched down, sitting on a bench, one that you I think would know that was already there. He seems to have taken advantage of it and set up his stall here. Strokes his salt and pepper beard and says, "But normally sell for 400 gold, but I do 300 for the lovely lady." Which point he's giving you an eyebrow as if probing to see whether or not that is acceptable.
Sorry, I had to get something. What was the price?
He said, "Okay." He said, "Well, normally would sell for 400, but for the lovely lady, I do 300."
Siren squints her eyes.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to do a sense motive?
Yums.
Yims. That is.
I just realized this whole time, by the way, I didn't have any ranks in sense motive.
You don't?
No, I could have sworn I did put them, but
There were some issues with a sheet recently. Like
There
it
was.
cleared everything for tools, yeah. But
Well,
that happened to me before. I've lost all my skill ranks.
mine aren't cleared. They're still here. I have used all 40 of the 40 I have available for my current level. I guess I never put any into sense mode,
Let's see, like,
which is apt because then that means it would have been a 10, and with my racial feature would have been an 11. So that's all I can get.
it's, you would have 40 ranks. You also, I believe, oh, I think, let me just check something real quick. Oh, okay. We have not been adding background skills for you.
Huh. What is that?
That is an extra 2 ranks per level that go into background skills.
Oh. 2 ranks per level.
You just increase your ranks per level to like 2 above you normally have.
Okay, basically, what we would do
Oh.
is we just add an extra 2 to the ranks per level under your class there, which would put you up to 56. For what is categorized as a background skill, I will just go ahead and pop this in the tab menu. Boop. There you'll see the difference between between adventuring skills and background skills. The distinguishment is basically background skills are skills that tend to be used in downtime roleplay and typically not in the heat of action.
Oh.
And tend to be for things like, say, profession, perform, certain knowledge skills, craft skills.
Oh.
So yes.
I see.
So you could potentially, if you already got ranks in a background skill, put a few into things like sense motive.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. I put 2. I could put more. I'm going to distribute these points accordingly now that I realize I have more than I was actually initially thinking I had.
Okay.
Do I re-roll it then, or just keep the one I had?
I'll allow a reroll.
Okay.
By the way, what's going on? I was gone.
Siren is haggling for fur. Specifically
Oh.
mink fur.
Mink.
Yes.
Yeah, it reminds me of my old chinchilla. It was the same texture.
Yeah, that's a very fine, dense wool. It's really nice.
Yeah. It's also it seems to be fur that is stitched together out of like several dozen mink pelts.
Oh, that's expensive too.
Yep. It is a fairly pricey fur, but honestly, from what you know about mink, it is much in demand, and there's quite a few like religious like hierophants and royal or nobles that are always in the market for this. So it kind of explains the price even all the way out here.
That's fair. I figured as much. I just wasn't sure because the way he's coming across is very like almost like shady, but I guess he's being pretty okay. All right, so 300 you said?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. She will reach in, count 300 gold pieces, and pass that over then.
The lady is most generous. Yes. Please here, enjoy. As he winds it up into like into a roll, deposits it in a bag, one that is seemingly woven out of I believe yes it would be stitched canvas that he would then hand to you and say, there very pretty fur for the very pretty lady. Be made into robes, coats, loungewear of many things. I even hear of queen that has underwear made of mink. Very, very luxurious, yes.
It's concerning how you know about that. That's very
He will tap his nose and
specific.
say,
Thank
"A
you.
merchant must know many things for market."
Uh-huh. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye, thank you very much.
In her head, she's like, what a weirdo.
She says, arms full of pie and various baubles. By the way, where's Karya gone off to?
Well, he was just waiting. He was like, well, I'm gonna go walk off to this hill. Apparently, we're having a picnic at. I don't know where. And then Siren stepped on his foot, and now he's nursing his toe.
Yeah, Slight's giving you a look of like, just it's an arched eyebrow of like, I see. Well, Siren keeps going on her little shopping spree down the street. Next person you come across is Ronya, the blonde halfling alchemist, who I suppose with your arms laden with a bag full of fur, pie, the holy symbol,
Bread and wine.
and bread.
Yums.
Your arms are starting to get a little bit full.
Yeah.
Which might make
I
it,
have a plan for that, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to make a trip back.
it might be a little hard initially to see Ronya. You bump into her as you're walking down the street.
Oh.
A little startled yelp from this. Oh my! She comes around the side and goes, "Oh, Siren, it's you."
Oh, hello, Ronya. I'm sorry. Excuse me, I didn't mean to bump into you.
Oh, it's okay. My mind was elsewhere. How are you? You seem like you're making off quite well with the festival.
Yes. Well, I love events like this. They're always so fun. I like to make the best of them.
Oh, I for one am very
Um,
glad to see something like this. Makes the town just one step closer to being feel real. I think.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yes. Don't let me get in the way. I was just like handing a little bit of candy here and there for the kids. They love the stuff. It's simple, but they like it.
Oh, I saw you when we were walking down here handing out candy. I had presumed that you were selling it, but if you're handing it out to the children, then continue. I don't want to deplete your supply.
Do you want a piece?
No.
She gives you a cheeky smile and says, "I think you do."
No, it's for the kids. They need it more than I do.
Open your mouth.
Ah.
And she will.
I think you're muted.
She'll reach into the
Yeah.
into the little pouch she has, take out what looks to be a rose-colored little, like a kind of like opaque, almost rock-like chunk, and then she will, from where she's like a couple feet, because she's a halfling, so she has to hop a little bit to do it, but she manages to like basically do a what do you call it? Do a 3-pointer into your mouth. And she does a little hop, pops the candy in your mouth, and yeah, it's sweet, it's sugar, it's rock candy. It's really simple to do. We with some of our crop, we've been growing beets, and we have sugar beets in there as well, and I've been able to reduce them, take the sugar out, and turn it into candy for the kids. They love it.
Oh, wonderful. That's very smart.
It's a small basic thing, and if I was back in the back in the academy, they would have laughed at me, so they would have thought that was beneath them. But it's a small quality of life thing to have something sweet to occasionally eat here. It makes a big difference for people, mentally, as well as physically. Sugar is a big part of the human diet.
Yes, I agree. I don't think you should be made fun of for that. I think this is very intuitive.
Well, thank you.
Is intuitive the right word?
Intuitive.
Intelligent?
No, intuitive would be like instinct.
Right.
If you just say it's a smart thing, she'll take the compliment. Absolutely.
It's clever.
Thank you. It's an unexpected use of my talents here, and not what I intended to do when I came here, but very much, I think, worthy.
Indeed. And it's very good on your part to be handing these out to the kids, the children.
Well, I couldn't possibly charge them for it.
Well, yes, naturally. Well, I feel like since you gave one to me, I should give something back. Karia, come here, please.
Yes, he'll just hobble up. His toe hurts. Yes.
Could you give a cookie to Ronya? Ronya, would you like a cookie?
I haven't had a cookie in a very long while. I would love a cookie.
These ones are special.
Yes. He'll rustle around in his bag and give it to Ronya.
She'll take it a little bit hesitantly and was like, "Why did you say it like that?"
He's gonna wait
It's
until she
special.
eats it to say anything.
Sorry, what does Siren say?
They're special.
That-
I'm going to trust you because you trusted me. She's gonna put
You
it
can
in.
trust me.
She's gonna pop it in her mouth. Says, Been a while since I've tasted elderberry. Interesting choice of her eye. Like
yes,
her,
they will
her
make
pu-
you.
her
They will
pupils.
make you heal voice.
Her pupils go wide, and then a massive blush will like bloom across her face, and she'll like her one free hand will slap over her mouth, and then she'll look up at you, Siren, and says,
Oh no, she's allergic. Ronya, it's okay. You'll be all right. And she
"Oh,
starts
Jesus, I'm not
getting
allergic.
her staff out.
What was that?"
What? Oh, did it tell you something?
Yes,
What did it tell you?
I'm not saying.
Oh, do you want to whisper it to me?
She's gonna look at you. On her small porcelain features, there's gonna be a very broad pout underneath the hand as it comes away. It says, "No, just for that prank, I'm not going to tell you."
Well, it wasn't a prank. It wasn't meant to harm you.
She huffs and she like steps aside. She steps to the side and goes, "No more candy for you."
Oh, fine. I probably deserve that. Karya, shall we continue?
Yes.
She's still blooming crimson across her face as she retreats into that alleyway.
I do wonder what she heard. Siren is still wholly unaware. She thinks that the rumor she heard from the cookie was about Karya's consort. Cohort?
Cohort.
Consort? Cohort.
Consort would be more like what you are.
Right. Cohort.
No, don't say right to that.
Oh, I don't know what a consort is. Wait,
Well-
let me look it up.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm just gonna assume you guys are continuing to shuffle along.
Oh, I am a consort. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Is there anything else towards the end of the street?
Oh, well, there's this man here, which seems to be selling what look to be tools and weapons of various sorts. And there's this man over here who seems to be selling what look like wooden and soapstone carvings, as well as little bits of furniture.
Oh. Do you have an interest in anything here, Karya?
Furniture is lovely when you have a place to sit down, but we don't do that very often.
No, I suppose we don't. You're right. What about the weapons, though? Do you need anything?
I suppose Shadow Spike has been getting quite a bit of use. It wouldn't hurt to look. I'll saunter on up. It's been a little bit.
Okay. The man's stall, it's not all weapons. It is primarily tools. This man did come to a farming village. So you've got things like whetstones, you've got what look to be polishing kits. So I've been looking back and forth in the chat, and Grim is here. Welcome in, Grim. I'm very sorry. I just realized I haven't acknowledged you, despite the fact that on like 5 different occasions I intended to. Never seemed like a good moment. And yes, you cannot use fabricate, unfortunately, to increase the quality of furs. Not that that would necessarily be an efficient use of the spell, considering how expensive it is to cast. Yes, Mythweavers is very useful. How did I come by this? Legitimately. Next question. Yes. The primarily arrayed out are tools. You see things like scythe heads. You see sickles. You see lumber axes. You see hammers. A broad variety of tools. Not necessarily fully assembled. You see heads of tools. You'll see wooden shafts. Some that are in the process of being carved. Some in the process of being varnished and that are drying. And then occasionally you do see things like knives, both what look to be useful for cooking as well as field work. And a couple of shields, swords, a bunch of spears, and what look to be javelins. Only very few swords. Generally speaking, small community towns like this tend to look for stuff that is a tool first, and secondly, versatile enough to use as a weapon second. Swords for that point are a self-defense sidearm, and in a small village like this, people don't tend to need them. And of course, there are what look to be clubs. Some of them reinforced with metal to make proper maces. A bar mace, for instance, is one of the most common items there. It's literally just a wooden four-sided rod with each face plated with a plate of iron or steel. Sometimes with bumps and knobs to give it some extra surface striking area.
I'll kind of, I guess, like, not necessarily knock, I guess, like, clap. Just, excuse me, are you the smith who's made these?
Hi, hello, yes. First off, I am Chokuk. Hello, I come from land far away. As known as Kolego. There we make many weapons. Some which I hope catch your eye here. I am not the smith. I am a merchant and apprentice to my master. He is proper smith. I bring weapons and tools with me. I maintain them. I assemble, and I measure hafts to person to fit height, body shape. Many different people out there, so I custom make hafts to fit the tool. So no, I'm not smith, but I am here to sell to you.
I see. I'm in need of a temporary solution. I recently have gotten into a duel, and after nearly killing the woman, that's what was the accident. I broke her weapon in an attempt to end the fight. But I'm looking to give a quick replacement until we can have some time to work the forge in town with our dear Chaiko. Would you have anything simple?
Ah, I see. Oh, trying to make it up to the lady. Oh. And then he looks to Siren. There's a moment of what looks to be almost intrigue on his face.
No, she is not the one whom I nearly killed. It was a different one.
At which point he leans to Siren and goes, "Ma'am, if you need a rod to beat your man with to keep him in line, I will give you a discount."
You see, it is nothing like that. I assure you.
Of course not. I would not cast aspersions and say that you were dueling strange women and going astray. No. But yes, if you are looking to replace the weapon, what weapon did you break?
She seemed to have a fondness for a mace. She had one of those, he points to the bar mace. I don't need anything long-term, just something relatively simple to replace before I can give it to...
Then that is simple.
Actually,
Do you know how tall she is?
and he'll just kind of start from the ground on his hand, and then slowly trail up until where he remembered hitting her with his sword. About yay high.
Okay. One of the half folk. Good. Okay. Very good. I will need to cut a piece of wood myself. I cannot have it for you immediately. Come by the end of the day. It will be ready for you.
I can do that. I can send her over as well.
Oh, even better then. I can measure her directly.
Yes, she has sworn herself to my service, so I suppose that may be
Then
easy enough.
if she is in your service, then it is of course your duty to supply her with proper weapons. Very interesting turn of events. How did this come to happen?
I am still very confused, my friend, and I've yet to figure that out myself. She walked up to me, challenged me to a duel, still do not understand. I broke her weapon, she made a new weapon, I nearly killed her, and then she surrendered.
Stop right there. Is this person from the Quadranon?
Believe the area, yes?
If I were to wager, did she come from perhaps Naya, Rosaino? Do you know?
I believe Rosaino. She said that we did her family a service.
At that point, he will clap his hands and snap his fingers. I see. Well, this explains much. Allow me to elucidate you, my fine friend. Your friend from Rosaino comes from a land with a very rich, very long storied dueling culture. There, the matter of dueling is a matter that is one's life, one's essence, one's breath, and as a result, defines many of their actions and is how they resolve many of their conflicts. If she challenged you to a duel, it must have been a matter most important to her, and if you managed to beat her, then she swore herself in service to you, then she must have great confidence in you, or she must owe you a significant debt.
Suppose that's true.
So hey, Ari. Also, having a Rosainan duelist among your group will, I think, come along very nicely for you. They are fierce combatants with a very strong sense of duty. You are very lucky, my friend. I do not know how you happened across this, and I pray very much that she never, at any point, makes herself seem as if she is competition.
I don't believe in competition coming to blood sport, truth be told, but I do indeed have a friend who is a cat who does.
This is a strange thing to say. I know the cat folk. Why would you mention this?
Well, he also travels with me, you see. If anything, I'm more worried about those two fighting each other, because frankly, I don't fight for fun, but it appears as though they do. And...
I see. Interesting. You've very clearly surrounded yourself with very interesting people. Then, once more, all I ask for is a paltry sum of 10 gold pieces, and I will have it ready for you by the end of the day. Send your friend by, and I will be sure to outfit her properly.
Okay, I suppose I can do that, and I appreciate you kindly, my friend. Here, reduct my 1840.
You had a good time at the barbecue, Ari. Yes, he'll nod and say, your custom is most certainly appreciated, my friend. And I see that you two are on a most raucous day out. I see much alcohol and much food to be had. You are going to have a fun night.
I believe I don't generally drink. I mean, I did with the dwarves back in the frost wall area. It's very cold, but...
Well, then perhaps slowly. But big man like yourself, who knows? Though I should say I do not know how old you are. It's always difficult to know. Looking to Sarah and goes, it's hard to estimate. But whenever the matter of a man and a woman and alcohol are informed or are involved, I must always attempt to be the wise elder and say, The textile merchant sells sheepskin condoms if you must absolutely need them.
Ah,
No, then.
I see.
Thank you very much for your custom. I wish you a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of the festival.
What exactly is a condom? Yes, okay. We shall go.
Uh, um, right.
What? Sir, and I'm very confused. This man has told me to buy something of sheepskin. Is it protection? I don't know for what.
Oh, there's much for you to learn.
He twirls
Very-
one side of his mustache and says, "Oh yes, very good protection. Unfortunately, nothing like armor."
Oh, so it's a shield then. I do not use
Quite
shields.
so,
But
yes.
much appreciated.
He winks over to Sarah and says, "Your boyfriend is an idiot. You're very lucky."
Yes, I know. Thank you.
I'm very confused.
I'll explain it to you. Come on, let's walk and talk.
He then faces the woman in front of him and goes, she's going to have him wrapped around around her finger. Poor man." Yeah. So moving on further, the last merchant in the aisle. Again, also there are tables full with food out. If you want to just snag bits of meat and cheese, those are openly available.
That was kind of the idea. I figured
Yeah.
we'd just be walking and I'd stack it on top
Grab
of
a
the
hunk
egg.
of cheese, take a salami, something like that.
Yeah.
And the last guy, is the guy selling carvings and furniture. And I assume you guys don't have too much of an interest in those.
Yeah.
Maybe someday, But
Maybe.
she would go past the stall and she would look at the sign on the stall and go, "Oh, interesting. It's called IKEA." A very interesting name.
I wonder if that is a spell.
Yes,
Mm.
that's the chant for the fabricate smell.
Um,
IKEA. Yes. Yes. As you pass by, the man at the stall, I assume you don't really slow down too much.
No, we would just pass by and give a little nod, a hello, but
Okay.
we
Yeah,
can't, have a place to,
he doesn't say very much or anything at all. But as the two of you just kind of slow down a little bit and you pass by, of some of the furniture he has, you see what looks to be a newly made rocking crib. Which when he sees the two of you, and give him a wave and a nod, gives you one as well. It's a big beaming smile, missing a couple of teeth. As he one of his hands is on his big belly. He sees the both of you wandering together, puts his hand on the cradle, rocks it back and forth a bit, and gives you a sort of
Siren, having waved him a hello, just to not be rude and ignore him, would see him gesture to the cradle, and then the smile would fade, and she'd look a little sad,
Oh dear.
and just continue on.
At which point, with the sad look, he seems confused for a second, but then takes his hat off and gives a little bow with his hat off and as if an apology. As you continue to skirt by.
Nods her head.
okay, Siren, what else is there?
Well, I would actually like to stop by the cart and drop some of this stuff off because, the mink pelt. We're not going to use it for the picnic. It's part of Mallory's gift. So I just want to
Yes,
separate his gift to give to him later.
Are you certain that's a good idea? As we will be going back towards the cart, and Mallory is assuredly back by now. The sun has gone down significantly.
I'll be quick here, and she'll hand him the non-Mallory gift stuff, like the rest of the picnic stuff, with her bag, and go, find a nice place by the water to set up. I'll meet you there shortly.
Okay. Where am I? Wait, where am I supposed to go?
Okay. Ow. We'll just go to
I
the
will
other.
find a spot, and then you can find me.
Yes.
Listen to your heart.
You feel alone. Yeah, okay. Siren goes to drop stuff off at the wagon.
Time to find a I know just the place. In the forest where that shadow demon went. Where are you, Karya?
Shadow Deep.
I saw that thing.
Well,
I
there's
saw it.
here. Like there's a little clearing there.
That is actually true. Right here is perfect.
On the other side too. There's a lot of places.
I saw that thing. I saw it right here. It's gone, but I saw it.
I saw it too. I just assumed it was an NPC because I had the map zoomed out all the way. I just thought it was a person.
A lot of people here at the festival.
Right.
A lot of faces you don't know.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
Anyway, Karya goes off to find a nice little clearing by the riverbank. Siren drops her stuff off.
I should go look for him.
Go look for him. It'd be pretty easy to see once you try to go back up the hill. A little bit of a height advantage. You see Misky over by the watchtower here. He seems to be doing something. Quiet in prayer, it seems. But there, on the riverbank, you see Karya offloading all the stuff onto the grassy embankment.
Wonderful. Hop, hop, trot, hop, skip.
I'm scared.
While that's happening, they're over there. I'm gonna change focus for a split second.
Good idea.
Vark, what are you up to? It's Vark.
Following
barking.
the reading session with Mallory and his departure from the house, he remains there for a while, just idly rifling through some more documents. A book he himself bought at one point, but once it becomes clear that Mallory is in fact not returning, he'll give him the space. He just shuts the book with a clap of the book cover shutting, and then gets up to exit the house. And for now, he's simply going to return to the upper part of the dwarf. Dwarf?
Dwarf fits. It's a dwarf. That's true.
Yeah.
And here we're experiencing some romance. You could call it dwarf romantic.
The main reason why he. Yep, go on.
Go ahead. Let's say your reasoning.
The main reason why is because he did promise. I forgot his name. The mimic. He did promise the mimic Dra that hunk of meat, and
Gotcha.
he hasn't acquired that yet.
Okay. As you're leaving, you exit the doorway with the intention of going and securing some meat. And when you step out, you see some kind of just standing there in the middle of the road. Is Yanabel, the druid.
And he stops, and in his usual nature, he just stares for a moment.
She stares.
Probably
She stares back.
Weird, even without the corruption, considering it's become so dark by this time of day, he's gonna blend into the shadows, especially of the roof and all.
Mm-hmm.
So just stands and watches, and then lightly parts the little cloak hanging from his shoulders to give her a bow. Yannabelle. Good evening to you.
She stares at you for a little bit, not saying anything. She's standing there, her usual, like she's got that mossy brown cloak that hangs about her body, the messy hair with vines intertwined in it, and a crooked oak staff with a basket hanging from it that is full of all kinds of what looks to be mushrooms and plants. She looks at you. She, as well as her staff, seem to creak with the way they sway slightly where they're standing. And she regards you, staring at you, nods slowly, and then, taking a couple strides towards you, reaches into her basket and takes out what looks to be a wrapping of leaves, which she then takes in her hand, extends out to you. So it fits about in the palm of her hand, which, looking at it, she's rather slight and slender. So be a bit small in your hand. Say again? Still considering there? Oh no.
Oh, did you? Oh, please look at roll 20.
Oh. Ah, I see. I see it now. Yeah, no, giving her a look over, it seems like an earnest gesture. She seems like painfully forthright. And whatever she's handing you is something that she wants to give you. There's no hint of malice or anything in her movements or in her gesture.
I'm going to take it.
Okay. You take it in hand. You unwrap it.
He's going to pass it from one hand to the other, kind of like reaching out, grabbing it, holding it back, and then grabs it with the other hand, and then holds it with both.
It's light. When you pass it back and forth, you feel something like rattle within the leaves.
Is everything all right?
She looks you. She gives you a kind of an askance look, and then shrugs, and then nods.
Well, and then I opens it.
Yeah. Inside is a wrapping of dried berries and nuts. It's a colorful collection, and there's quite a few berries in there that you don't think you've seen outside of a textbook.
Okay.
At which point she will then slowly begin walking, stop for a moment, look to you, and then nick her head in a direction, in the direction which she's walking, gesturing for you to follow.
Nope. He does understand that, and he does follow. As he takes his first step, he does take care to wrap the bundle back up as to not lose any of the berries.
Okay. She walks to the foot of this watchtower. Here you'll see a face you don't see around the village very much. Standing on the watchtower, it's Miski Dringfall. Otherwise known as the man with many burns on his face who threw up a wall of fire back when the troglodytes attacked. Anything from you, Vark, on that?
What happened?
Not quiet on the Western Vark. Oh, I think he's Oh, okay. Apparently his shadow just turned off.
Oh no.
Shame. Okay. We can always redirect for a second. As on the bank of the river, Siren and Karya, I think, begin to set up their picnic. You've got pie of two different types, savory and sweet. You've got you've got bread, you got meat, cheese, you got drinks.
Indeed.
Ugh. And there goes Vera. Dear Vark, he hath died. That's
most
the second
beloved.
time his shadows crashed.
Most beloved,
Most beloved.
he will be missed.
He will indeed be missed. We will, in Vark's name we pray.
He varked it too hard.
He was Varking it. Yeah. Anyways.
He's devarted.
Ah!
Dearly devarted.
He has dearly devarked. God damn it. Anyway.
He's disembarked.
The car yeah. God, boo! Boo! Get him out! That was bad.
I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good, but okay. Anyways, Kari would have probably stood up by the time it took. No, I'm banning. I booed Rami for his devarked joke, or he is dearly
Disembarked.
devarked. Disembarked. There we go. Oh goodness. Anyways, Kari would probably just be hanging out on the riverbank. It probably wouldn't have taken very long to set up.
Yeah. And Siren would have poured. I think since they went through the trouble of stealing Mallory's wine, they would at least taste it, but she did get the other bottle of wine, so as to not completely...
Keg of wine.
Yeah, the keg of wine. So as to not completely deplete the half-drinking fancy wine.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. No, so cracking, because what Kara got was the keg.
The whole keg of wine.
Yeah. To be fair, it's a smaller keg, but it's not like the friggin' barrel size.
Yeah, not the big one.
Big enough that it's a hey, he has returned. It's a decent what do you call it? It would probably be roughly the size of your chest, which is small as far as wine barrels go. It's still a decent amount of alcohol, and it still needs to be tapped. So it probably takes a little bit of. It did come with a tap, and knowing Kara, he has hammers for fists, so he can probably whack that in on his own.
Punch.
Yep. I assume you guys you have your personal cups on you as a normal thing to do for travelers. They have their cups and everything just kind of on their belts usually.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you can pour yourself some drink. The second that tap is tapped, the smell hits you and it makes your eyes water.
Oh, is it strong?
Oh, it's very strong.
Oh, okay.
It smells like it's an intensity that kind of like promises to clear your sinuses. Kind of the vapors wash over your eyes. There's this momentary kind of like warmth to it. Makes your eyes sting and water for a little bit. The head of the wine, the smell of it hits you and it makes you feel woozy for a second. As you go about pouring a couple of drinks, and it is strong. It doesn't smell like any wine you've drunk before. This is not grape wine.
It reminds me of the dwarves slightly.
It smells like Mallory.
Yes. Yes, it does.
What does Mallory smell like?
I don't
High
know
proof
how.
alcohol. But yes, do you take a drink?
You may as well. We already got the fucking thing.
I don't want to get too fucked up on this one, so we'll just take it slow and eat more than we drink.
Okay.
I'm taking a drink. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
This
Just
is how you find out I have the highest con score in the party.
that is actually apropos of that. I want to ask, what is both your con scores? This does matter.
23.
One moment.
The second highest.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, like.
Mine's a 16.
Okay.
Oh God, Siren.
So
It's like real life.
yeah. So you both take a slug of, you take a drink, you take it slowly. So you don't take a slug of it. You take a slow drink, and it, like, you guys have had alcohol before several times throughout your journey. You've had beer, which washes down like water. You've had harder stuff, which like warms you from your core. This makes your eyes, like, it makes stars dance in your eyes. Basically, the man was not lying. It's wine. It is unfortunately not grape wine. It is herb wine.
We're gonna hallucinate.
It is effectively schnapps.
Oh.
There's a better said, a liquor. Yeah, it's just liquor. Now, what it's made from might be but might require a palate of some sort, or some knowledge of alcohol flavors. For you guys, though, it tastes strong. Makes your eyes water. It burns going down, and immediately makes you feel like you're about like 10 degrees warmer on the inside.
I see.
For the considering both of you have never drunk this before, I would not blame you if either one of you just started coughing from how strong it burns. So yeah, it's strong, and you've got a whole barrel of this stuff.
This is awful. Why do people do this? Mallory must have been going through something terrible.
It tastes like medicine.
It does taste like medicine.
Oh, it doesn't seem to be curing anything.
No. Well, except for sorrows, maybe.
Feel like that also doesn't seem to help. Mallory is pretty sad all the time.
Well, you should see him when he's drunk. He's quite the party animal. This one time, we went to a bar, him, Flick, and I, and we all got pretty fucked up. But Mallory seemed to take the brunt of it, and he took his shirt off and he was twirling it in the air on top of the bar.
I don't believe you for a moment.
Well, all right, don't believe me then.
I will have to ask him next we see him.
He would deny it.
That's true.
But I assure you, it did happen.
I see. Normally I would completely agree. However, I could ask Flick, though he is a known swindler.
Yes, but the good kind of swindler.
Well, yes. I actually quite like Flick. Oh,
Yes.
who don't I like?
Oh, that monk. I don't like him.
I don't consider him people, no.
There's a
Yes.
passing vision of Jordashane, your half brother, in your mind. I love you, little brother.
Yeah, no, obviously my family I don't consider people. They're just demons.
Oh, God.
Cutting away real quick. Vera, you with us again?
Indeed, I am. Sorry about that.
All good. Tech issues happen. Cutting back, Yannabelle has led you to the foot of the watchtower, where Miski, the man who is covered with burns and you recognize as being the one who threw up a wall of fire during the troglodyte attack, is standing watch at the top. Yannabelle approaches the ladder leading up onto the watchtower and gives one of the legs a knock, at which point Miski peers over the side and says, "Oh, you're here. Did you bring it?" At which point she then, like, waggles her staff in the basket hanging from it. Then he looks to you, Vark, and goes, You coming up here too?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I'll make room.
Buying drugs.
What am I going to do for seating? It's okay. I'll take the table. At which point he then backs off from the ladder. Annabelle gestures towards the ladder for you to go first.
Well, no Tom Dog's a present.
Annabelle takes her time, and as a matter of fact, ascends on a growing vine. There's a momentary muttering you hear from down below before a vine grows up the side, and she ascends as standing on one of the leaves of the vine as she's pulled upwards. Getting around the difficulty that would be climbing a ladder with a staff. She stands up, stands on the deck, puts her staff to one side, takes out another one of those leaf packages. Two, as a matter of fact. One she keeps for herself, the other she hands to Misky, which she eagerly unwraps and reveals more dried fruits and nuts. At which point, Misky takes a seat on the one table up here. There are two chairs, one which Annabelle pulls up for herself, and takes a seat.
Locke will look over to Mitsuki and wait for him to invite him, I suppose.
He's like, yeah, go ahead. I took the table. You can take a seat.
Alright, thank you very much. And he will grab the chair, pull it over, and then take a seat as well.
At which point, you'll see Annabelle will blink, and then when she opens her eyes, her pupils will have turned into her pupils will have turned into slits, and her irises will be golden. As she's now staring off in a direction, as she starts to now and again kind of pick at the berries and the nuts and toss them into her mouth. Misky takes one of two sets of binoculars and hands one to you.
Very slowly, he reaches for the binoculars, grabs them. What am I looking for exactly?
Misky will say, "Don't talk too loud," and then he'll point at Siren and Karya.
Wait, what? What? I missed that part. I looked away for a second. What happened? Unironically, I just got my headset back on because I got summoned away for something for literally
Nothing.
2 seconds. What
It's
happened?
it's just the village's introverts anonymous gathering together to voyeuristically peep on your guys' date.
Oh, these
To what?
perverts.
Follows the follows the gaze and the outstretched arm and finger.
Huh.
Gaze. I was very confused.
The
I thought
gaze.
you
Follow
meant
the
the
gaze.
gaze. Follow the gaze.
Follow
And I'm
his
like,
gaze.
what?
I'm following the town homosexuals.
Yes.
The town homosexual.
Yes. Yes. So this is not just the town's introverts anonymous. It is also their LGBTQ union. No. As you follow you follow Misky's finger towards where he's pointing towards Siren and Karya sat on the bank, and then he brings the binoculars up to his eyes as he also begins to snack on the fruits and berries.
A perv.
Bird watching. Love bird watching.
Bird watching.
Yeah, love bird watching. He's got the right of it. So yes.
Yep. No, I'm participating.
As we center once more back on here. What are the lovebirds up to? You've got alcohol now in your systems. You've got food, and at this point, it's entirely now on you two how this plays out.
Oh, goodness. So, Siren, we have to speak on the matters of marriage, as I believe I must have misstepped a custom, and now it seems as though there's much to do. Now, I only know the draconian way of things, which this is quite common for only one person to get a say in the marriage ceremonies. I suppose that was you in this instance. Now,
Well,
how do we settle the riches? When will you be? When will you need heirs? I suppose. When will I need heirs? How does this work?
well, it was really more of a joke that I was entertaining because it's far too early, I believe. I mean, I think you're usually supposed to get married after you've at least kissed once, and that hasn't even happened. But for the future, I'm looking quite forward to it.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Yes. Spit in the water.
I will say, despite all we've been through and all we have left to do, and how busy we've been, it's nice to slow down, even for just a small moment in time together.
Yes, if I'm being honest, I don't know how to.
Well, you don't know how to slow down?
Yes.
Oh, it's quite
I,
easy.
I, I suppose I feel as though, though this is most presumably wrong of me to do so, that were I to slow down, I would delay in my goals, and such delay, at least in my condition, could be fatal.
Well, I should rephrase. By slowing down, I don't mean you're procrastinating your goals, but rather just remembering to, touch grass every so often. I feel it's very easy to get caught up in everything that we're doing, that we kind of forget that in order to do those things, you need to rest, to regain your strength, to regain your mental fortitude. So, even when we're traveling, we can stop on the side of a road to take a leak and just enjoy the scenery before we set off again. Slowing down doesn't mean that you're just putting everything off.
Well, it's not that I don't agree with you, it's that I believe I may have a shorter time than you think.
With the corruption, that may be the case. Although we ought to address that still. We'll get rid of it, don't you worry.
Well, getting rid of it is one thing, but I have no idea how long it has affected my body beyond that. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I can hope to live a long, happy life, but there is a very fair chance that I will only get a few more years. I am unsure exactly to the nature of this corruption and how deep it runs. Not to mention Vair, but Vair is a dragon. Well, from what we've seen of those of mortal kind corrupted, there's. For lack of a better term, it doesn't look good. It's why I tend to keep people more distant.
I understand that perspective. Although, I feel I owe you and the rest of the party somewhat, so I'm willing to kind of shoulder a bit of your burden, just as I hope that you shoulder a bit of mine and we can all shoulder each other's burdens together as a sort of, group uplifting effort to make sure that things get done properly and as soon as possible. If we all just take it upon ourselves to shoulder our own burdens, we can often get caught up in selfishness and loneliness. And, we're a team. Things get done better when you're with other people. So I hope that you don't have just a few years left. But if that is the case, then we should make the most of it. That's what life is.
Well, I don't quite know what life is either, if I'm being honest with you. I How do I put this? You grew in a village, yes?
Yes.
And how was that?
Oh, it was rather ordinary, rather quiet, quaint. There were moments of, a little bit of gossip over here, and oh, something breaks down over there, and everyone has to come together to help fix it back up. But for the most part, it was pretty ordinary, you know. I didn't.
Where I was born.
Oh no, you go on.
No, where I was born, it was not ordinary. It was not. There was no. He'll kind of wave his hands around. This. The laughter, the festivals, the festivities. I was little more than farm equipment, in truth. Or rather, I guess. I suppose farm equipment would make sense. It was tending. I don't suppose a teacher would make sense either. It doesn't matter. And my mother's life was the same. And to my understanding, her mother and father were very much the same. And I lived in a cave. I did not properly see the sun until I was nearly a man, and when I did, I disliked it for quite some time. I have told Vair many things of what I did while he was still a hatchling and whatnot.
Yeah,
Perhaps
you cut out there, right there. I think the audio for the stream died as well. Could you say that again?
which part?
The bit where you started saying you were telling Vair about things.
Oh yeah. I've told Vair many things about what I believe life is about and what I have come to understand in the time, but the truth is I've kept much of it from him. He's no fool, he's frankly quite intelligent. But our worldview is quite limited, and I believe I've only been above ground for only about 5 years now. The point is that I did not have a traditional upbringing, and I was saddled immediately with the upbringing of another, and I have frankly been lying to him. I don't know what it means to live without a purpose, and so I gave myself one. And I believe that slowing down from that purpose would mean I would stop living. I.
I think it's quite the contrary, actually. Slowing down would mean that you live it even more intensely.
Mm.
You know?
But no, I don't.
Well, think of it like this, I'm not sure if you're aware, but usually people, when they reach their elder years and they're all wrinkly and grey, they look back on their lives and they go, oh, it went by so fast. Well, the reason it went by so fast for them is because they didn't stop to enjoy the moment that they were in. They were rushing off to farm and to do work and to do all these things, which are important and shouldn't be pushed aside at all. But in that, they didn't stop to just breathe the air properly coming in through their lungs and feel the wind in their hair and enjoy the little nuances in the food that they were eating and the manner of speech in the way that their family and friends spoke, and the small microfacial expressions they expressed, and little, you know, little manners, and you know, I'm just saying, we're all going to die one day, and so I think we need to enjoy life to the utmost fullest, experience it to the utmost fullest, so we don't feel like we're missing out on anything, no matter how minor it may be.
I suppose you're right, but I've yet to really figure out what or how to spend it. Even in free time, I'm often sitting and thinking, and while you were all celebrating in Lorbis, or Verdigris now, that's going to take some time to get used to. It's already taken time. I still could not find myself admittedly to leave my room. Granted, that was a far different circumstance. I killed my uncle, and that was quite a lot.
Yes, I understand.
Yes. Well, do not misunderstand. I have no love for my family. Orthos and his bastard brood is something I do not claim with any honor. In fact, I've started calling myself the bastard son of Orthos, and frankly, I would cut his name altogether given the opportunity, but um, that's besides the point. I don't understand this, Sir. I will be blunt.
I know. It'll take time. You're not used to it after all. I myself, even being secluded in a village, despite living ordinarily, there's much of the world that I still have yet to learn and still kind of have trouble with sometimes. I've never traveled outside of the place where I was born, so, we're all just living and learning, I suppose. And I think you should use a different B word, not bastard. I think you're the best son of authors. You can change his name rather than getting rid of it, make something more of it.
You would think, yes, but dragons don't live like you and I. It's, well, for example, the ruins, the civilization that we, um, hmm, the civilization we just recently have gone through, the Galvan Empire, yes.
Mm.
They remembered Orthos. My father was there. And that was a civilization that has been born out of necessity, rose to the peak of its existence, and then collapsed. And my father is still alive. I don't believe that there is a way to change it in a positive light. That's part of the reason why I do this now. I don't expect my people to change. I can hope, and I can indeed even pray if there were some gods to listen. But I don't expect that out of them. I don't expect any of these people to change. I don't expect Mallory to ever not be a grumpy, angry, brooding angel man. And frankly, he's been given the right to. And I don't ever expect Vark to ever stop hitting his nose in books. And then he'll kind of mockingly start doing the Vark thinking pose. Is the to which Vark can probably see because he's peeping.
Like a pervert.
As a matter of fact, when Kari is striking that pose, you'll Yannabelle actually like turns to look at him, and there's a very small ghost of a smile on her face.
Well, when I say change, I don't mean change the people that bear that name. I mean change the connotations around it. The name
Yes, but
Orthos has grown to be so fearful because of what your father's done. Now, if you go on to do other things, greater things, as a king should, people may look at you and recognize Karia Orthos. Oh, that's a name that sparks, inspiration and bravery and unity and all these other things, whatever you want.
Perhaps you're right. Then again, that also would then allow my father to manipulate his way into saying, "Look at what my son has done. Oh, how fun." I certainly wish he was dead. I'm very sad to discover that he's not.
Um, I understand you wanting to separate yourself from him, but I don't think you should, if that sounds weird. You are who you are because of how you were brought up. Despite everything, you are still you. I think that's a powerful message to send.
Siren, have you seen my back?
I've seen the back of your neck sometimes.
He's just gonna stand up, just kind of yank off over his head, just kind of pull off his shirt.
Oh! Siren
Oh.
covers her nose as blood is dripping down her chin.
No, God, stop.
Yolanda is beginning to. It's not Yolanda. Yannabelle is beginning to lean over the railing.
Herbs.
My eye. I have a char. You can see it.
Ah.
And then he'll turn. And his entire back is filled with claw marks, whip marks, and a full back covered burn. When my father punished me for my weakness, I was, to my understanding, his son. But I was not as fierce as my brother Jordashane. I was not as cunning as some of the others. I did not inherit his natural power. And frankly, he did not expect much more out of me than simply dying and tending to the eggs that would eventually be my betters. And one day, he'll just kind of sit down. When I was a boy, I cannot tell you how old. I did not remember the day I was born, and nor do I know my birthday.
You don't know your own birthday.
I was not expected to be venerated, sir, and once again I was an object. Do you remember the day you got your shoes?
Yes.
To the T.
Wait, actually, I don't know what you mean by that. Her shoes?
Yes.
My shoes?
Anything that you can think of. Yes, let's say your shoes, or perhaps the belt you're wearing. Do you remember
Oh.
the exact date and time that you got it?
I remember the general climate and time of year, but not the date or the exact time of day.
And thus was my birth.
Hmm.
You don't celebrate the little things. It's akin to being a toy or being a pair of shoes. So they didn't document my birthday. My mother did not know hers, and nor was it expected for hers to be for her father, and so on and so forth. And then, when I was roughly a boy or so, I spoke out against Orthos for his mistreatment of my mother and myself, and he flayed me nearly alive. Now, thankfully, I was able to throw myself over my mother before she burnt to a crisp, but my back was ruined, and then I turned away too soon, looked just peeking over my shoulder, and he kept it going a little longer and caught my eye. Orthos is not redeemable in my eyes. It is not something that I speak of lightly. I'm not one to flaunt my failings, nor am I one to flaunt my traumas and wear my scars proudly. I don't do such a thing. I see these as failures. I wasn't strong enough physically to kill Orthos when I was a boy, and it was a failing. I wasn't swift enough, and the kobolds stepped out of line and were ordered to slash my back apart. All failings. More failings. And thus, I have refused to take another scar since. I don't like Orthos. I don't wish to consider even his existence to be anything more than something I detest. And for many years, I was content upon leaving his brood and finding something, but it has drawn itself back to me as it often does. And now, I must meet with my father for more than one reason. And then he'll kind of side-eye her. I've also ran into my brother in these areas, and now more than ever with questions of this empire to the north that I wish to reestablish, knowing my father was there, I have to speak with him. And perhaps he has changed for the better. And perhaps I could learn to at least accept that he may have become a better thing. But regardless of what he has done, I will not forgive him. And that is just a simple understanding. It's how I look at the world, Siren, and thus why I tell you, I don't know how to live life, because I was not born to live one. I was meant to be used like your shoes, and like a belt, and when my use was up, I would be thrown away as my mother was, and as her mother was, and so on and so forth.
Do you accept this fate?
Oh, obviously not. I've left. But
Good.
I'm just saying I don't know how. I don't even know what we're doing.
Well,
I don't understand how this works.
I don't know what I'm doing either. None of us do. There's always time to learn.
No, I mean quite literally right now. I don't understand what we are eating by the riverside for.
Oh, well, this is called a picnic.
But don't we do this normally? We eat outside all the time. Why is this a picnic?
Well, because a picnic is usually only for two people, and either for the purposes of friendship or romantic date. And you've
Oh.
taken your shirt off, so you've decided what type this is.
I was unaware that stripping allowed these things to change. I can wear my shirt again, I just have to find it.
It's up to you. I don't particularly mind.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I don't necessarily mind either. Is this a custom? Once again, I am unfamiliar.
Yes, this is usually a custom between two people. In the case of romantic dates, you know, when people take a liking for each other, they don't just jump straight into marriage. They take time to know each other, make sure that they are compatible, and talk and know about the differences and their hobbies and their likes and dislikes and habits, and they do that through dates. Not just one. It can be one, but usually it's multiple. It takes time to build trust and a fondness.
But have we not done that already? I mean, I don't wish to defy the sanctity of this date. But we've been traveling for 2 years, I believe. Going on 3?
Mhm.
DM, 3 years?
Right about 2.
About 2.
Well, yes, we have been doing that already, but you know, it's different to get to know each other in the context of being with the others versus being just us alone having some private time. You know.
See, that's why. Okay, well then, go on.
What do you mean go on?
You said that the stripping was normal. Is this a custom? Okay, go on.
Yanabo leans further over the railing.
This fucking pervert.
And mind you, through this conversation, they've like half eaten their foodstuffs, and then Siren takes some time to ponder, and then cranes her neck to look back like an owl and makes eye contact with Yanabo.
Hey, now, I might ask for a perception check to whether or not you see these guys.
Okay.
Because wind carry
One moment.
voices is one thing, but they're not talking.
Guidance.
Ooh,
Aha!
nat 20.
I was correct.
Siren? In the lull of the conversation, you hear the creak of wood.
I
Distantly behind
was muted. God damn it! I said invisibility.
Oh, you're gonna pop an invisibility.
What? Full pervo mode.
What is
Floating
going on right now?
floating binoculars.
So,
Floating binoculars.
Siren,
Mark
You-
is
you
a
hear the-
mega perv.
you hear
He's
the
writing this down.
you hear the creak of wood distantly behind you, and that kind of like sets off your like predator prey instincts for a moment. Like kind of like get ambushed kind of instincts that have come over like 2 years of being constantly in danger. At which point you will turn around. From Mark's perspective, he hurriedly pops in invisibility. Meanwhile, we call it Yannabelle herself. Her own skin seems to ripple, as if like think Mystique from X-Men, chameleon style, as she turns invisible as well, leaving Misky standing up on the observation deck. As Siren turns around, he looks around, panicked, and goes. And then there's a very sort of like bashful wave, a look of extreme guilt, as he's still got the handful of like fruit and nuts.
He's supposed to be there. He's keeping guard.
Mm-hmm.
He
Supposed to
squints
be
as she
there.
makes-
He's keeping guard.
Yes, but she sees him specifically looking at them
With
with
a
a pair of
binoculars.
binoculars
I
and makes
know,
eye
I know
contact,
it.
almost seeing his eyes through the binoculars through the other end, and squints, and then stands up and looks at Karya and
Oh.
says,
Oh no.
"Over there." And she takes him his hand, and leads him further into the forest, like so there's more tree coverage over by this section of the lake where there's more trees.
I don't understand what's going on. Why do we keep moving?
Do me a favor, could you peer into the river and just make sure it's safe?
I can peer into the river. I'm gonna get shot. Look at the flowers, Karya. Look at the
Look at the
flowers.
flowers.
Think of the
Karya.
rabbits,
Look at the
Karya.
flowers. Look at the
Look
rabbit.
at how the moon is caught in the water, Karya. Bang.
Why would the water not be safe? He's just looking down. Why would the water not be safe? I don't quite understand why.
And while he's looking,
Oh,
he'll,
Yannabelle shows up dead.
it just pops out of the water. No, sorry, I meant to drag her token out.
it wasn't Siren, it was Yannabelle.
You know the scary maze game, that
Yeah.
fucking shitty Flash game from
Yeah.
years. Like, I don't understand. He's like zoomed in. Yannabelle drifts up from the water. Hey,
Yeah, like her body like bobs up.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Fucking no. What I meant to do was drag Yannabelle's token back out. She pops back out of invisibility. She's like, there's a mutter under her voice.
just get good.
At which point, like, she give a little. A raven will fly down, a light on her hand. She'll whisper to it, and then it'll flutter off into the direction of the woods.
Oh no.
Yes, sorry. As like, you've successfully left the guard post behind and prying eyes with it, and you've told Karya to look down into the river.
Just like leaning down, he's like, I don't see anything. He's actively doing it. I'm making a survival check for Karya. He's really
Go for it.
invested. Like, I need to see if the river is okay. This is wow. This is just fucking. I suppose that is a good idea. Meatball did drift down the river. I don't think it would go up, but I don't know if this river loops back around. Perhaps he's in a constant loop.
And as he's peering down into the river and seeing his own reflection and inspecting the contents underneath the water, he would hear some like rustling, and before he has the chance to look back at the source of the rustling, Siren like leaps and runs past him, jumping into the water completely butt-ass naked.
Ah! And then he will fall in.
Woohoo!
Siren takes a running leap into the water, naked as the day she was born. Karya is, I guess, startled by the sight, and stumbles into the water himself.
Her hair is down. See,
Fade to
Karya,
black.
this is called skinny dipping.
Fade to black right now.
Is this a fade to black? We'll pan direct, like pan camera
Hand
focus
directly over to
to
the fucking perverts.
to like, as now a crow has alighted on the branch above where Siren is taking a skinny dip along with Karya, who is not so skinny dipping. Yanabel is like hunkered down on the observation deck, staring into the floor, fists balled tight and white knuckled.
Oh,
Let's go for the tantrum mud moss. Oh god. Yes. So the two of you are now submerged in the river. One of you naked as the day you were born. What is the intention here?
Don't know. Kari is confused.
Kara is incredibly confused.
Siren notices his confusion and goes, so for context, skinny dipping is when you take your clothes off and you just go for a swim. You can bathe too, I mean, might as well, you know. Although, I don't think because of your condition and the possible corruption of the water that we should stay in here for very long. Maybe just 10 or 15 minutes.
I will actually remind you that you've been told on multiple occasions that running water is actually pretty good for keeping the
running.
keeping
yeah.
the corruption at bay.
Oh!
Yeah, that's. It's
Never
like the
mind, I guess
vampire
we stay
thing.
in here as long as possible.
I understand. I thought that
Well, you
this was supposed to be. I'm very confused.
You don't have to, I just thought it would be fun. It's been a while since I've swam.
Okay.
That wine was a bit strong.
Oh no. I guess Kari is skinny dipping. Back to black.
Yeah!
Yay.
They're drunk. They're
so,
naked.
Actually, yeah, I'm
Siren's
gonna
a
say,
horn
how
dog.
many drinks would you guys have had by this point? Actual question.
I don't
because this
even-
matters.
I have no idea. Probably. I don't think Siren downed one, and I don't know how many it would take for Karya to even feel anything.
I know exactly how much it would take for him to feel. That's why I'm asking. Because
I guess
I guess you guys would
two.
have had the schnapps, and you would have probably had the sake.
Yeah, we would have tried the fancy one first, and then we would have had the other one.
Okay, fancy one is very smooth, goes down very nice. The sake is like it's like drinking rose petals in comparison to the schnapps. The schnapps is like drinking nails, and it warms you all the way to your core. The sake is light, smooth, dances over your tongue. All kinds of fancy words that Mallory would probably use for it. So you would have had how many? Because like remember, like an effective drink for one of these would be like a shot. The question is, how long did you talk? How much did you eat? And how long?
I'd assume over the course of that. And they probably ate most of the food, and I can imagine at least Karya having 3 drinks.
3 drinks? Okay.
Oh wait, it put me on that was like you're on a speaker right now. Let me
swap you back.
Oh.
I say with sake and then 2 of the strong ones.
Okay. All right. And how much would Siren have had? How brave is she feeling? And how brave is she going to feel
Sorry,
after
what?
the alcohol? How many drinks did you have?
I think she would have had 1 drink of the sake and 1 drink of the other alcohol.
Okay. I'm going to need 2 fortitude saves from both of you.
Okay. Oh, you're muted, but he asked you to roll for him.
Okay. I can
He
do
had
that.
to go upstairs.
Yes, I had to ascend the stairs with the child as she was
Yes.
mad.
It's a good thing we're going to be wrapping this scene up really quickly.
Yeah.
Now, before long. Okay. That's
Oh.
great. So, as per the drinking rules of Pathfinder, yes, so DC, I think DC 15 for the wine, for the sake, DC 20 for the schnapps. It would have been a fail and a pass and a pass and a fail. Yes. So both of you fail on the. Actually, Siren fails on the sake. Yes, on the sake. Arya fails on the schnapps, which counts as 2 failures.
Which is interesting.
Which is yeah. So normally the rules are you can have an amount of drinks equal to you can have an amount of drinks per hour per 6 points of constitution without incurring any sort of roll. The drinks of schnapps count as 2. Siren had a drink of sake and a drink of schnapps, so that comes to a total of 3, which puts her 1 over her limit. And Karya had a drink of sake and 2 drinks of schnapps, which I think, again, just barely puts him, what was it? That counts as 5. You can take 3. So he did 2. So he had 2. He failed on the schnapps save. So effectively, Siren is nice and toasty and fuzzy. She's got a bit of a buzz going. Siren, you have a +2 morale bonus to all your physical stats for the next 2 hours.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. So
Yeah.
when we get to a fight, we'll be ready.
Yeah, or when Siren rustles you down in the lake, or in the river.
I didn't get the sheepskin condoms. No.
Nope.
Oh, I was gonna have Siren give Karya
Oh.
the birds and the bees talk. I guess she would have done that during the picnic. Except in Pathfinder, instead of birds and the bees, that like the talk you would give to like your teenage daughter or son, it's probably something like the dragons and dire wolves.
Not that
or
he,
something.
okay, I need to clarify. It's not that he doesn't know how it works. It's that he
I
doesn't
feel
know
like he
how
doesn't
courting
understand.
works.
I feel like he doesn't get sex either. I feels like he's like, yeah, and then the 9 months the woman sits on the egg and it gets warm. And
That's
He knows the
that's actually
being the hatchery caretaker, like the nursery, what do you call it, caretaker. He knows the mechanics of reproduction, at least dragon reproduction, of course, because half dragons were included in that. He knows about how live birth works. The thing is, he doesn't actually know about reproduction between humanoids too much, I would think. Besides maybe those humanoids that were made to reproduce so that they could replenish the number of servants within the caves. But that wasn't his purview. He was in charge of the eggs. That said, Karya, you have 2 failures under your belt, which means you get the +2 bonus to all your physical stats, but a -2 morale penalty to all your mental stats.
oh no.
Actually,
no.
actually, I just realized something. Oh, this is horrendous. I thought Siren was just going to be toasty and Karya was going to be decently drunk. It's even worse than I thought, because Siren failed the first one, which means she has a -2 morale penalty to her next fortitude save, which would have made that roll a 19 versus DC 20.
No!
Which means you failed 2 stages and one failed save, putting you at stage 3, which means you have none of the physical bonus and only the mental penalties. So Siren is silly drunk, while Karya is like feeling the buzz in his limbs and feeling
Siren's
kind of like
like,
everything's kind of going a little bit slower and a little fuzzier and a little sillier. And your inhibitions are loosened. I think this is about the time where we cut to black.
Please fade to black.
Yeah.
Well, why do
and
you have
Karya,
two
you
legs?
two, Karya, you two as well for 2 hours. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, look!
Okay.
It floats!
What?
It floats.
And then
it
it's just
floats.
Vark. The last thing you hear out of Yannabelle while she's staring at the floor, she says, "Driftwood." And we cut to black.
What?
She said driftwood.
Why drift? What is the significance of driftwood?
Driftwood floats.
Driftwood.
Driftwood, a log that floats on the stream.
I see.
Okay, and we transfer to the next scene. It is now evening. Yanabo has descended down the tower, seemingly having had her fun, polished off her snacks, and gives Miski and Vark a conspiratorial nod before raising a finger to her lips, Miski giving
We'll
a
never
fearful nod. As she descends down the side. Or she goes to, and then she stops. While you hear splashing and giggling and confused Karya noises off in the distance. Before she descends, she turns to you, Vark. And she fishes something else out of her basket and hands it to you.
I receive it.
She lays it into your hand, covering it with hers, stopping you from seeing precisely what it is. I just realized. Okay. Let's see. Her hand overlapped on yours, her other hand coming underneath yours and just kind of holding it in place. And for the first time since I think you've known her, she speaks in full sentences. Everything is not okay. Though you asked before, I nodded. I fear I lied. Many things will go wrong in the future. The roots, the seeds, the leaves, they all tell me that. There's much ill in our future. I fear most in yours. You and your band. We owe you a great deal for the salvation you brought for us, and you. And her gaze goes distant and almost sad for a moment as she looks out. And if you track her gaze, it's in the direction, even from how high up you are now, you can see to where the still half-empty grove was, where Nida's mother used to live. So nature suffered for a very long time. You and your friends take great strides to restore the natural order. And I, and the trees, and the animals, and all, owe you all a great debt. Though I am given insight and divination, I do not share it. The natural order is to be preserved, and to part with my divinations would be to disrupt the process. However, you are agents of change for the good and the better. Winter is necessary, but only when it has its place. The same goes for death and decay, and for misfortune. It has its place in the world. But it is not its right to dominate. She looks you dead in the eyes. You will face many hardships going forward. Much pain. You will suffer. You will hurt. Some of you may die. And she takes a slow, somber breath. And it is not my place to intervene in that. I see chasms full of fire. I see raging dragons. I see wrathful ancestors. I see spirits made of snow and horn watching over you. I see much misfortune befalling all of you, and I see the more you struggle against it, the more you draw to yourself. And I am sorry. It seems fortune has plans for all of you. Very little of it is good. But know that should you need shelter, a place to lick your wounds, this village and my grove will always welcome you. They'll tell a loudmouth to keep himself quiet when he's visiting. And she steps back away, revealing the item in your hand. And it's a laurel.
Please say that again. It is what?
It's a laurel.
Ah, an laurel. Okay.
It's a chain of flowers tied together. I do not know why. But the flowers spoke to me. And they spoke fondly of you. So I wove them, and I cast a spell of preservation on them. They wish to join you on your journey.
Thank you. I'm honored. And he lowers his head to place the laurels carefully on his head.
Yeah, it's not too different from the laurel put on your head back in Lorbus. Though in this case, it's the flowers woven into this are different. They're again odd, exotic, and strange, and not necessarily ones you would have seen. You're not even seen here in the woods or in the flower fields. Like at jiggled my audio cable. I cut the audio. She the so just got pen over real quick. Just realized. Okay. It's a mix of flowers that you've not seen outside of a textbook. Most of them you probably have to go reference again. You have eidetic memory, more or less. But these are Arctic flowers. Well, not Arctic so much as cold biome flowers, and ones that, if going off of hypothetically, if you've only just recently restored the ecosystem here, must have been in hibernation for some time, and might have even drifted out of books of flora if it had happened long enough. Possibly believed to have gone extinct. And looking at Yannabelle here and the mishmash plethora of things she has in her basket, and the fruits she handed you, she seems to have a knack for finding rare plants. But as she steps back, you put the laurel on your head. She says, "Those flowers could grow because of all of you. If you'd like, you can think of them as representing all of us. And carry them with you. And take them as a reminder of what you have all accomplished. It is no weapon, no magical trinket. It's not a salve, it's not some powerful artifact. We cannot offer that.
It doesn't need to be.
And that is why.
It's just worth more than anything.
And that you see that and that you acknowledge that is the reason the flowers chose you. She gives you a small, genuine smile, not the conspiratory. It's not the conspiracy. It's not the semi-lecherous grin. It's not the intense owlish stare she gave before. It's a softening, awkward smile, not unlike how yours can be brittle, strange, and most certainly to everybody else abnormal. But she meets your gaze, and she gives you a genuine, soft, strange smile. Something she probably hasn't had much practice with. Before then grabbing her staff and nodding. And giving you both a little wave before descending down the side of the tower, down the vine. Oh, good. At which point, Miski, who has been sitting there kind of blinking owlishly at you, just goes, "That's the most I've heard her talk. Like, ever. I've known her like 5 years."
Well, you may not have been the recipient of her words, but I suppose you can call yourself honored to have heard her speak for so long.
I mean, yeah. Kinda, but it was all about you. No offense.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll just shut up.
go ahead.
Trying to remember something. Okay. What does Vark do after all of that?
He pats Miski on the back, shoulder controller, before descending the stairs.
Okay.
Stairs?
Ladder.
Ladder.
Take one step off the side, expecting stairs. Coyote time.
Well, false.
Looney Tunes style, yeah. No. Anyway. That or and then a bark-shaped imprint in the ground. No. As you descend, can I get an intelligence roll from Vark?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, also, if you don't mind, while I do that, look in your DMs on Discord.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking. Yeah, she started like half an hour ago.
Yep. Always in not watching, but I got the tab open.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course, of course. You see, this is actually when Vark reveals that he's just gonna go back to peeping on Cyril and Ikaria again. It's just
Not
like
what we're
back to
talking
the
about,
secret.
but yes.
18.
18? Could have sworn you saw a resemblance. Like, there's something familiar about Miski. You can't quite make out, but it's it's there and it's gone. So yeah. Skipping forward. I do feel bad since Flick isn't able to be here. But can always do a little bit of retroactive roleplay on that. But skipping forward a little bit to about roughly a week later is when the boat will arrive. How you all spend your week is up to you. How Siren and Karya reconcile that interesting encounter. How they reconcile with Mallory. Any other things you'd like to do? Any people you want to talk to? NPCs you might want to confer with? But the next point of import will be the ship arriving and the departure to Mordon. And check. We've been going for about almost 3 hours. It's getting quite warm in here. And I think that is as far as we can go with what we have.
Yeah.
Unless we want to rush ahead. I think there's still a few things people want to do. But next session, the intention will be to hit Mordon. And then hopefully also be on our way to the Papacy. Yeah. A bit of a slow one today. But the last few ones have been slower. But yeah, thank you guys very much for playing today. I think that's where we'll leave the session.
Thank you for having us.
Well, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, it was fun, and hey, we'll get our ship next session. I think also that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Yay. And so we, Karya and Siren have finally had their date. Didn't play out quite exactly like expected. And they've got to have some interesting conversations while also getting drunk on strong alcohol and going for a skinny dip, which has never ended badly.
It's cold. Meatball's gonna show up again.
I mean, yeah, Siren definitely gets to see some meatballs.
Oh no.
Also, I'm very tempted to start asking for swim checks.
For what checks?
Swim checks.
Swim checks. Okay, it cut out.
Yeah, this time Chaiko gets to laugh.
Chaiko gets to laugh.
I will say it is good to see Siren put like 5 ranks into swim.
That's pretty funny, actually. I did not know that.
But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave off. It's a bit of, it's not exactly a smooth outro on that one, but I think this is an appropriate time to cut off. It's and besides which, I do need to be up. It is going to be Sunday tomorrow. I do have work, so I need to get to bed at a decent time. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, take it easy, bud.
Apparently, Grim was making meatballs while he was listening to us. Very nice.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
That's fun.
it's like Goku style romance. Yeah, it's like Goku style romance.
Goku style romance.
And if that makes Siren Chi-Chi, that's an interesting dynamic. Next thing we need to get an axe head to attach to her helmet. It's detachable. She can throw. Oblique references aside, again, thank you for being here. Thank you, Grim, for being here, and Ari, and everybody who was able to make it, watch, or play. All very much welcome. Those who stayed, those who didn't. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you all. You are all wonderful.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, take it easy, buddy. I'll see you later.